I got some errands done. Made that long video earlier. So anyway, y'all, as you can see with the title, okay, the title speaks for itself, right? So anyway, y'all, I cannot believe, right? I literally cannot believe in my last video I even said anything remotely close to feeling crazy or doing something that I would regret. Like, that is such, like, that's totally not like my character, who I am as a person, as a woman, you know, as a lady.
Turn
like,
left for Northwest
27th
Place, then turn right onto...
Sorry about that. I don't know why I don't know why that was like reading out directions. That was mad weird. So anyway, as I was saying before, okay, there's an ambulance here, so I'm probably gonna park real quick. Yeah, that's a sign for me to park, okay? Because this is an emergency, okay? This video is an emergency, okay? So yeah, the fact that in my latest video I would even say anything remotely close to feeling like I am like delusional or anything close to like being out of character and being super angry and like possibly doing something that would get me in trouble is like totally not who I am. And I think the fact that I've let this connection get me like that, or even for me to confess that, is like, that's a problem. Like, there's obviously something wrong. Like, why would I ever let somebody get me in that space? Like, why would I ever allow someone to get me in that space? Like, that's just not normal. So like, when other people talk like that, I kind of get scared for their safety. And the fact that, like, as I'm venting and I'm like discussing this with you all, and like, it's such a good feeling to get out of my chest and to relate to other people, as much as all that is great, like, at the same time, I'm like, I should never even think like that. I should never even get to that point where I'm thinking about like being so angry at someone that something bad would happen. Like, that's just not okay. And maybe it sounds funny, maybe other twin flames or soulmates out here have felt that kind of level of like intensity, but what I'm saying is like, that's not healthy. That's not okay. Like, you should, like, anything feeling related that makes you feel like you're out of control or super like erratic or emotional, I just think is just danger. Like, to me, that just sounds like a dangerous situation. Like, that does not sound like a good outcome will come of that. So I don't know. I mean, how can I say this? I mean, maybe 2 years ago, I've come across forums of people talking about how their twin is like married to somebody else and how they're gonna pop up at their house and they're gonna cause a scene. Like, when I was just starting in this connection, I just found out what this connection was. Like, I was looking at stuff like that and I never understood it. Like, I never understood like why people would talk like that and would share their personal stories like that. And now that I feel like I understand why people say that, I'm kind of like, you know what? Like, I think that I'm gonna like I'm just literally gonna disconnect. Like, whatever that entails, I'm just gonna totally disconnect. I'm gonna totally stop all this nonsense, because like, that's a scary thought. Like, that scares me to feel like I would be so in love, or I would love someone so much to the point where I would get in trouble for loving that person. Like, I would be risking something. Like, that does not sound healthy. That does not sound like a good idea. So yeah, I'm not trying to like say that, oh, you know, it doesn't happen, but I just think that people get so wrapped up in what they're feeling, which is just a feeling, and they don't like get grounded in reality to the point where they're getting themselves in trouble. Like, they're getting themselves in bad mental health and all other types of stuff that I think is just like, honestly, like, very concerning. Like, I don't know if it's just like, I don't know if it's just this whole like pandemic situation making me like go back to my 3D self. But what I'm simply saying is like, how do you validate feelings? How do you have proof of what you feel is real? There's no proof. Like, I need proof. Like, or basically it's just jargon. It's just nonsense. Like, there has to be some kind of evidence. Like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if there's no physical proof that somebody loves you or cares about you, then it's not real. It's just that simple. Like, it can't be. How can it be real? Like, I've never been in a relationship where I would think of ever threatening someone or hurting someone or arguing with someone. Like, I've never had any relationship so severe where I've had to argue. Like, I don't argue with men, period. I don't have those type of issues. So the fact that this connection is just something so ridiculously wild and insane and out of this world, and that majority of twins I know do argue, have argued with their twin, have gone to bat for their twin, have had to deal with karmics and all that, like, is just, that just sounds so dangerous and so unhealthy. Like, it just sounds like a bad idea. It just doesn't sound like something that a civilized adult would subscribe to. It doesn't sound like something that I would ever behave or do. And so the fact that, like, I'm talking about like what I've been going through, and then to even utter things like, oh, like, I don't know what I would do if, like, I heard something that I would feel would jeopardize my health and make me upset. Like jeopardize my health and make me upset, like, if something did happen with other people, is a very scary thought, because I never want to feel like my health has been compromised. I never want to feel like my heart's been compromised because of an idea. Like, I would never want to get caught up in anything like that. Like, it just kind of feels like religion in a way. Like, religion is very similar. Like, you subscribe to certain ideals and, like, you get wrapped up in, like, you know, all this fantasy stuff. And I mean, the connection's not like that, but it can feel like that. It could feel like you're just thinking these things, but there's no proof. Like, I need proof. I need evidence. Like, okay, I get numbers. Okay, I get this. Okay, but I need more than that. Like, getting synchronicities is not enough for me at this point. Like, I need proof. Or if I don't have proof, then I'm going to feel like I'm just not like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know, like, if I even want to say what I think right now. Like, if I don't have proof that this is real, like, this is what's happening to me, then I feel like I just need to stop and I need to, like, figure things out, because I would hate to think that I'm like something's wrong with me because I'm thinking these things. Like, I would not want to feel like that. And right now I'm kind of just, I don't feel like that right now, but it's just like I'm getting to that point where I'm, like, really questioning, like, okay, so what's going on? Like, where's the progress? Like, what's happening? Like, if there's nothing really happening, then something's wrong with me. Like, something's wrong with like, something is wrong. Like, something's just not legit. Like, how can it be legit? Like, if I'm the only person feeling these things, experiencing these things, and then am I making it up? Like, am I just, like, I don't even know right now. I just, you know what I think it is, you all? I just think it's to the point right now where there's been so much time that has expired, to the point where there's been so much time that has expired that I'm beginning to think that it's just all made up. Like, truthfully, like, I don't even know how it's made up, how I'm making it up, but it's just like, okay, it must be something. It can't be real if I don't see him. If I'm not talking to him, then how can this be legit? Like, how can I be feeling all these things and having all these dreams and seeing all these synchronicities, but he's not next to me, he's not here? So then what's going on? Am I just, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Like, I could say that it's an ego attack, that my ego is getting the best of me, but then, like, still, like, I live in the real world. Like, I'm in reality. Like, I can't let that blind me. You know, I can't let that I just right now I'm just thinking, so I'm not thinking negative, but maybe I am thinking negative. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know, you all. I don't know. But right now, I just feel so hopeless. I feel hopeless. I feel like I'm being delusional. I feel like I'm making this all up, and I'm not. But I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what to believe anymore, because like I said, like, I'm kind of in this energy. Like, I've been in this energy like since like really just today, where I'm just like, okay, like, I need more. Like, what like, how do I explain seeing repeating numbers like 24/7? How do I explain like everything that's happening to me? But I don't, like, I don't hear it from him. So am I just like making this up? Am I just like living like, I don't know anymore. I'm just like, okay, I get all that, but it's not enough. Like, it's just not gonna cut it. You know, I don't want to act irrational and just like jump in a bed with somebody else, but like, right now I don't know what else to do, because it doesn't feel like this is okay. It's not okay. Like, it's not okay. It's just not okay to feel all these things and have all these things happen to me, and then the person's not there. Like, it feels like a sick joke. It feels like you can make yourself feel like you're crazy, and I'm not crazy. Like, I know I'm not crazy, because I'm very rational, I'm very logical, I'm very like realistic. Like, I'm actually very harsh. Like, I'm very like strict with what I say and like how I behave. Like, I'm very intentional with my life. So I don't know. Like, I'm kind of in this energy right now where like, I just want him to text me. I just want him to call me. I just want him to tell me that he's been feeling the exact same thing that I've been feeling. And if he doesn't do that, then I'm just like, okay, I need to like get checked out. Like, I need to like go to a hospital, because how can I explain? Like, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I'm like, how can I should have put the chat on in this. I should have put the chat on in this video. But how do you explain all this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. Like, it's that bad. Like, what I've been experiencing is so out of this world, where I honestly just want to feel like, okay, I need some validation. I need some validation, or shit is gonna get really ugly, to the point where I'm gonna like tell my mother that, like, bro, like, I'm feeling these things and this person's not here. Am I like, is something wrong with me? Because like, this does not make any sense. Like, I'm not even being funny. Like, it's scary. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, this has got to be fake. Something's got to be wrong. Like, how can I have all these experiences and this person's not, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I'm just saying, like, I don't, like, it's making me feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm getting fed the fuck up. I'm getting fed up with all of this. And I'm just like, I need validation that I'm not the only one feeling all this. I'm not the only person who's been going through this, you know. And if I am, and this is just all fake, then what am I experiencing then? What am I experiencing then? How is this real? How is this happening to me? What's going on? Like, it just, the whole thing makes no, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, if I feel like this thing is making me feel crazy, then I'm just gonna have to stop all this. Like, I'm gonna have to stop talking about this. I'm gonna have to stop like researching it, because like, I don't want to feel like I'm crazy. I don't want to feel like I'm out of control because I'm feeling things that I don't feel I should be feeling by myself. I should at least, if I'm feeling these feelings, I should at least know that he's feeling it too. And if I don't know that, then I have to question, okay, then what am I feeling? Then who is doing this to me? Like, who is telepathically touching me? Then why am I having these dreams? Why am I getting all these downloads? And why am I meeting these people who are also like, why is this all happening to me though? Like why can't this happen to somebody else? Like why, like that's a good question. Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why has this happened to me? Like, that's a good question. Like, I don't know. I just think that I just want something in the 3D so badly to validate how I feel, to the point where if I don't get it soon, I'm gonna feel like I'm just making this up. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. Like, if I don't see any proof in the 3D of what I'm feeling in the 5D, then I feel like I'm just being delusional. Like, I'm just being honest. And then I have to question, okay, what is happening to me? Like, am I, like, what is going on? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, if I went to a hospital and explained this twin flame connection, they definitely force me on meds for sure. I mean, they'd probably say that I'm making something up. I mean, and that's scary to think that people down here don't know what we're experiencing as twin flames. Like, that's a scary thought, that people that are regular don't get what we're going through. So then what is really going on right now? Like, why am I here? Like, what's going on? Like, this is not normal. Like, you know, maybe that's why my twin told me that he was scared. Maybe that's why he's scared, because he feels like if he tells his parents this, they're gonna think he's fucking mental. Maybe that's why he told me that. I don't know. But like, why go through it alone? Like, why go through all this by yourself? Like, why make yourself feel crazy? Like, why don't you just talk about it with somebody who can resonate with you? Opposed to you being by yourself, and then you really feel like you're crazy. Then you really feel like you're not all there. And I've never had any issue with stuff like that. Like, I'm healthy as a horse. Like, I'm great. But it's just like, when it comes to spiritual romantic stuff, it's just like, I don't understand why this is happening. I'm not understanding any of this anymore. Like, right now I'm just kind of like, you know what? I have to get this glass shot tomorrow. You know, I have to get this thing to work, to travel in this matrix and all this shit. And I just feel like that 3D part of me is taking over right now, because this is the reality. Like, this is a harsh reality right now, you know? And I prefer it. You know, I prefer to feel like normal. I prefer to feel like I am a part of other people, opposed to I am the odd thumb out, and I'm just in this sea of unknown. You know, I'm in the sea of unknown, and I don't know what's what anymore. I don't even know what to believe. I don't even know what to believe anymore, because it's been so long. You know, and if I was in communication with him, I would not feel like this. But the fact that I'm not is making me feel like, okay, you know what? Hang it up. You know, hang it up. Like, you're delusional. Like, you have to be. Like, there's no way. You know, and I look too good for that. Like, to be honest with you, I look too good. I look too good right now to be feeling like I'm an option compared to 3D people that have no sense of where they came from. They have no sense of their destiny. They have no sense of anything to do with spirituality and growing and conscious and awareness. Like, I'm above that. Like, every other chick that would ever cross his path besides me can't compare it at all. Like, there's no comparison. Like, what's better than your twin? What is better than your twin? Tell me. Romantically, nothing, right? So how on earth can he know that and have me in this situation right now? Like, how can he know that and have me right here questioning everything? That's not right. That's not okay with me. Yeah, I don't know. But You know, regardless of what connection it is, people just do crazy things when they're infatuated or in love, or they believe they have some kind of connection or soul connection. Like, people do some crazy ish, bro. And I'm not one of them. I'm not going to be one of those people who are doing things to embarrass themselves with no proof, with no evidence, with no like I'm not gonna be like that, because that does not even sound like, that doesn't even sound right. Like, you need to like be aware of like how you behave and like how you conduct yourself amongst other people. And if you're just gonna be like out here like thinking that you can go to your twin's house and all that, like I actually met somebody like in the 3D who told me that kind of thing. And I was like, they were asking me for advice, and I was like, I said to the person, do what you feel comfortable with, but I think that that's a like a bad idea to feel like you need to go break up your twin flame's relationship because you think that that person's yours. That's, you can get arrested. Like, you can like, they can call the cops on you. Like, that's not I just like, yeah, this is just not okay. Like, I've come across stuff like that where people like share their own story, or like I've met people like mainly like in 3D where I've come across other so-called twins, and like I've heard stories like that in general, and I'm just like, I would not even recommend that. If I would not recommend that, then I would not do that. I would never like put myself in a position where like I could like in the law get in trouble because of like love or like a connection. Like, I would never cross that boundary just to have union. Like, I don't think that anybody who has two brain cells would. Like, I would never get myself in trouble for anybody. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm not gonna get in that mindset of like, oh, you know, I need to like be a detective and I need to like, that doesn't even sound like me. Like, that's not what I would like. I would never, I would never do that. It's not like, for me, it's not that serious. Like, if I have to act like that with somebody, then they're probably not the one. Like, they're probably not a good match for me. Like, how can they be? Like, I don't know. I just think that I'm just like worn out with all this. I just think that I'm just like, I'm so tired of all of this. I'm so tired of separation. I'm so tired of it. I'm just so tired of it, you all. You know, it's like, it's been too long now. You know, it's the summertime. Like, come on. Like, putting me in this position is like, just, it's just not okay. Like, to the point where now I'm like, you know what? I have to question why this is happening to me now. It's been happening too much, and I don't hear from him. And why is this happening? Like, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be out of your mind. You know, and I've seen people under certain posts say stuff like, oh, like, that doesn't exist. Like, you're just imagining things. I've seen people, no idea why this app keeps crashing, you all. I apologize. I don't know why this app keeps crashing on me. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, like, I've come across people putting that under people's posts, like, oh, you're imagining things, like, that's not real, like, telepathy's not real, like, that's not real, like, you need to like get checked out. I've seen people put that, and I'm like, bro, like, I don't know, like, it's kind of scary. Like, I don't know. I've seen that, you know, and every time I see stuff like that, I just kind of like go by it, because I'm like, okay, you're not even in the connection, so how can you criticize it if you're not even in it, right? Like, if you never experienced it, how can you criticize it? But then at the same time, it's like, okay, like, they're just probably on the outside looking in, saying like, you're not being realistic, like, you're being ridiculous. Like, it's probably from people, right? It's probably from people who are like looking from the outside in, saying you're crazy. Like, what, how can you, you know, how can you say that's what you've experienced? Like, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm going back to my old self a little bit, you know? I do. I really do. I feel like I'm going back to that person who didn't know anything about this connection, didn't know anything about like meditation. Like I feel like I'm going back to the person who was just living in this world, you know? And I didn't hate that kind of life, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's like 3D, like this world is getting to me, you know? It is. And it's making me just feel like you don't have time to focus on that. You know, you got to focus on making money. You got to focus on, you know, being a good person in society. You got to play this role, right? That's kind of how it feels. Like you got to follow the rules. You got to like, you know, be normal basically. And that's what's making me feel like, you know what? Maybe it's easier. Maybe it's just easier if I just cut off what I know, you know, cut off my higher self and just be like, you know what? It's not real. You know, you're not being realistic, and just do what I used to do. Maybe I'll like it more. I don't know. You know, I haven't been I haven't been that kind of person for so long, so I don't know how what it feels like. You know, I haven't been that kind of person for so long that's just focused on 3D stuff. And now I feel like I am, because I'm afraid that I'm just making a fool of myself at this point. I feel like I'm afraid of, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm just going through something that is a fabrication of my mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be honest with you, and that I'm making a karmic partner, I'm making people that have been with my twin get to me and make me so angry, where I'm considering things that I would never consider to hurt him. Like, that does not make me feel, well, I don't really feel anything about it either way, but it just makes me feel like, okay, I'm taking this too far now. Like, I'm taking this too far. Like, I should never get to that point where I feel like I would verbally yell at him. Nothing like that. Like, anything like that, I don't want to be a part of, like, period. Like, I don't argue with men. I don't have these kind of issues. So am I gonna go back to the old me? I don't know, but I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted right now to go back to the old Simone and just be like, you know what? This is bullshit. You know, I've been waiting for too long. This can't be real. This is just my imagination, infatuation, lust. You know, this is not a connection. This is not real. It's just so much easier to say it's not real than say it's real at this point. Like, this has got to be the realest video I've ever made. Like, one of, because I made a lot. So this has got to be the most transparent video I've ever made in my journey up to this point. Like, legit, because this is how I feel right now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like, this is how I feel right now. I feel like, what was I like before I met my twin? What was I like before I was aware of myself? What was I like? You know? It's interesting, you know? This car is so cold. Excuse me, y'all. I've been busy all day. I'm exhausted. I'm like, dang, like, what was I like before I met my twin? Like, what was I really thinking about life? I wasn't probably thinking anything. I probably was thinking that it's all about making a lot of money, retiring early, having kids, you know, maybe being famous or not being famous, right? You know, working very hard, right? Having shiny objects, you know, being very attractive. I mean, that's what I was before. Well, not me, but that was the world I was living in before. It was just straight carnal. Like, you know, just gotta always be harsh on yourself and try to be something you're not, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I just feel like I've grown so much. But I'm kind of like wondering, is this the cap off? You know, have I got to that point where that's all the growth I'm gonna have? Because I'm not gonna have union. I'm not gonna talk to him. So, you know, he's we're not together. So is this like the cap off where this is it? Like this is as good as it gets. Is the 5D and that's it? And I'm just stuck in between. Is that it? Like, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm just at this point where either I continue or I get off, you know, and I'm tempted to just say, okay, well, I found out a lot, you know, I've realized a lot, but maybe this is just too much for me. You know, maybe the order is so tall that I can't complete the order. I can't do it, you know. I can't give unconditional love. I just can't do it. Like, the only person I could do that with is my parents. My parents and my pets. My family. Not a man that I don't even, like, no. Like, no. Like, no. Like, I don't know. Like, do I miss my old self? Sometimes I do, you know? Sometimes I just miss being able to care about only, you know, having enough money to pay your bills and having a nice car, and, you know, that's simple. Like, that kind of life is so simple. If you think about it, like, not going within yourself and not working on yourself is so amazingly simple. Like, it's just like, it's so easy. It's so easy to be 3D. It's so easy. It's so easy. But if you really go within yourself and you want to know more about life, whether religiously or faith-wise or spiritually, is so hard. Why is it so hard? Like, like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's not enough. That's all I know right now, is that for me it's just not enough. It's not enough to have all of this coming at me 24/7 and I have no evidence, I have no facts, I have no proof of any of it. With him, I have no proof. I've had proof from other times we've spoken, but I'm talking about like today, like right now. I'm not gonna text him and be like, okay, like, what did you feel 2 nights ago? What did you think about yesterday morning? Like, that's not happening. So I have nothing to fall back on. I have nothing to reference, is what I'm saying, except my own gut and how I feel. And that's just not good enough for me. Like, I need something factual. I need proof. I need some proof besides just what I see. I need to hear it. I need to experience it. And if I can't get that, then in my book, it's not real. It's just that simple. It's not real. It's just not real. Because how can it be? Like, how can that be real? So I don't know. I just think that I'm at a crossroads where I just need more. I need more from him. I need more from life. I need more, you know, spiritual assistance with everything right now. I need more. I need more. And if I'm not getting it at that exact moment, then I feel like I'm being neglected. Then I feel like I'm being played with. Somebody's playing a game on me. I'm being punked. I'm being hoodwinked. I'm being bamboozled. Like, that's how I feel. I don't care how strong any connection is. If I've ever had any friend of mine tell me, like, and ask me for advice, I'm gonna tell them straight up, do not get yourself in trouble. Do not do anything that you would regret. Do not put yourself in a compromising situation, period. I don't care what you think you feel, because you can go to jail, you can get in trouble, you can mess up somebody's marriage, and all on a feeling, which is very dangerous. And you should never put yourself in a position where you could be deemed as crazy. Like, you don't want to do that, because they will get you. Like, somebody will get you, and they'll question you, and then you're gonna have to back up what you're talking about. And if you can't back it up, then you're gonna be seen as somebody who's literally insane. Like, literally insane. So I don't know. Like, I thought that I could do this. I thought that I'd be well, not that thought, but I was willing. I was willing to make this work a long time ago. And now that it's not, I don't see any progress. I don't see anything from him. It's just like, I just don't want to keep doing this anymore. It's like, I don't see it. I don't see it with my physical eyes. I don't see anything happening. So how is it real? Like, it's like blind faith, like playing the lottery, like like trying to get pregnant, like trying to manifest. Like, it's like you can't see nothing. It tests the hell out of you. It pushes you past the point of no return, where it's either you put up or you shut up. It's just like the situation where you either make it happen or you don't. There's really no in between with this. Like, either you're gonna manifest it or you're not. Like, there's really no in between, in my opinion. It either is or it's not. You either graduate or you fail, or you drop out. You get kicked out. Like, you either get the degree or you fail a bunch of classes, or you're reprimanded to get kicked out of the university, or you drop out of school because you want to freelance or some shit. Like, either you made it all the way or you didn't. Like, there's not really any in between here. Like, either you've got the job done or you haven't. Either you had an orgasm or you didn't. Either you've got the promotion or you didn't. Either you've either you've got pregnant or you didn't. Like, either you married the person you wanted to marry or you didn't. Like, there's not really any space for being wishy-washy in this life. There's no in between. It's either yes or no. And according to that standard, right now it's a no. It's not a yes, it's a no. So I don't know. Yeah, either you get gas or you run out of gas and your car breaks down. And you gotta call Geico to rescue you. Either you've got the date with this person or you got stood up. Like, either you're talking to the person or you're not. Like, there's really not any kind of gray area with this. Either you're getting communication or you're not. Like, it's just that black and white, which I hate to say that, but that's what I'm kind of on. It's like, it's one or the other. Like, either you're gonna be with this person or you're not. Like, which one is it? Like, yeah. maybe I just guess that I mean, my heart tells me one thing, my body, my gut, my intuition tells me one thing, and my mind tells me something completely different. And I don't think I've ever been in this position so scary in my life, where something is questioning me. Like, this connection is questioning me and who I am and what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And that does not feel right to me, that I'm being so under such a heavy lens of speculation that I didn't even agree to. Like it's sad. I don't know, it's just sad. Like, it's just really, it's making me feel like I'm just losing control. I'm losing control of what I think, how I see people, how I see the world. Like, I'm losing, like that film on my eyes that I had is like being removed, and it's scaring me. It's like, why is this happening right now? You know? And which lens is it? Is it the lens that's a fantasy? Is it the lens that's telling me that this is better than you think? Is it the lens that's telling me that I'm over creating something? Like, I don't know. Like, it's so complicated. Like, I don't think I've ever had this kind of pressure to figure things out in my life. I just feel like I need to figure this out. I need to understand what's going on right now. I really need to understand, because it's not making any sense to me. And I need to know why. You know, we're never gonna get all the answers in life, but I just feel like I need more than what I'm getting, you know? To feel like this is not just made up in my mind and not just something that I've created myself. Like, I need to not feel like I'm just making things up when I know that I'm not. Like, if that makes any sense, like, I need to know that it's not just me. Like, I need to know that. You know, I need to know that, or I'm gonna feel like I'm just being ridiculous, and I need to hang this shit up. I need to stop playing games. I need to stop believing this and stop working on this, and just like shut out all, just move away from all of it, and just go back to how I was before, and just be like, you know what? That was a moment or a phase in my life, and now I'm just like back to normal, you know? I'm just back to normal. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Because I could be in my ego. Like, being in one's ego is very easy. It's very easy to be 3D based and just be like, you know, I just care about having a nice job. I just care about looking good. Like, that's very easy to do. Besides, I have this deep connection, and I'm working on myself, and I'm finding things out about who I am, and like, what the hell? Like, that's so hard to do. Do people know how hard that is? Like, that's very hard. Like, that's very hard to do. And I'm questioning, like, maybe he just can't do it either. Maybe he's not equipped. But then I have to question, then why did we agree to this? Or did we agree to this? I have no idea. Like, you know? Maybe he's realizing that he's not able either, you know? And that's why there's been so much distance. But I'm ready to jump ship, honestly. I'm ready to be done with this. I'm ready, because I can't keep questioning everything. I can't keep doing this to myself. It's painful. I can't keep getting up every day and wondering why this person's in my mind, on my mind, and why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I can't keep doing this. I literally can't keep doing this. It's so crushing, honestly, you know. And earlier today, I was driving back from the location where I'm gonna get my shot tomorrow, and I was looking around and I was like, man, this really is some kind of video game shit. Like this feels fake. Like this world feels fake all the time to me. Like it doesn't feel like it's real. It feels like we're in like a simulation or something. Like that's how I feel sometimes. You know, and then how do I explain that? How do I put up with that? How do I continue to live in this world and make money and be successful, and then realize that it's all for nothing? It's fake. It's not like it goes so deep that it's just like, I could go so deep with it, but I don't want to, because I don't want to scare you all. I mean, I could go deep with this kind of conversation within my own mind, but I'm just sharing it because I know other people can relate. But if I really wanted to take it there, I could easily take it like that extreme, where you're gonna get chills, you're gonna be feeling scared while you're watching this video, you're gonna have an outer body experience, and you're gonna be watching this video and listening to me, and you're gonna be freaking out. So I don't want to scare you like that. So I'm just gonna stop with that conversation right there. But yeah, like that's how deep it goes. That's literally how deep it goes. And there's no turning back. Like, what do they say? Like, once you're awake, you're awake. Like, there's no turning back. Like, there's no shutting it off. Like, I don't know what that even means. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I guess. But so weird. This is just so weird. I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on right now. And you know, how do I explain this? How do I explain all of this? How do I explain any of this? From being born, growing up, right? How do we explain this, people? How do we explain this reality? How do we explain this? How did this come into being? You know? Why do we have all these star systems? Why do we have all these constellations? Why do we have all these planets? You know, what's going on here? You know, why are we here? Like why is my question. Why you know, we think we have all the answers, and then as soon as we have certain answers, we have a bunch of questions. You know, as soon as you get certain answers you want, you get a bunch of questions right after it, you know. There's another ambulance over there, if you guys can see that. There's been like 2 ambulances since I've been parked here. I don't know where. I don't even know what that is over there. Or a fire truck. Never mind, a fire truck. Fire truck. I mean, I've got to believe in God, you know. I've got to, like I have to believe in God, because how do you explain this? You know, there's no way that you can look around you at creation, and say there's not an ultimate supreme light source or energy or air or energy that made all this. How do you explain this? Like, nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with a book. I'm talking about energy. Like, that energy had to have originated from some state, some basic building block, something, you know. It's like the question is, can you get something from nothing, right? Can you get nothing from something? Like, that's how deep that I could take this. Like, can you get something from nothing? Can you get something from nothing is the question. Can you get something from nothing? Can you get something from nothing? It's a good question. Maybe you can. I mean, they call it the Big Bang Theory, but doesn't it go a lot deeper than just the Big Bang? I mean, an explosion, right? It's interesting. And then wasn't there some like Greek mythology story where they were saying that humans had 2 heads and they got split, something like that? Or like, when was it Zeus or something like that, like created humans, there was like some kind of fragment, some kind of separation that had to take place, and like the goal was for certain people to like refine the person, and I don't know. Can you get something from nothing? I think so. I mean, I guess that's how the universe is the universe came into being, right? Something from nothing. Nothingness, void, empty, dark, spacious, right? So in the darkness, right? Dark night of the soul, separation, they're saying like in that separation, in that void, you're finding yourself, you're finding the connection, right? In the darkness, but then you don't see anything. You're not physically seeing it, but it's still there, but you don't see it. And so if there's nothing there, then how can you prove that what you are is not a hologram? How can you prove that what you live in, this world that you live in, is not real, is not physically real? How do you prove that? I don't know. How do you prove that? 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 even in the Bible, they say the evidence of works hoped for, not seen. So what does that mean? I'm trying to figure this out right now. I feel like I'm onto something. Like when you manifest something, you manifest from the darkness, you manifest from your imagination. It's not on a certain level in your mind, it's real, but it's real in your mind, but it's not real in terms of the object just yet. Like you're creating it, you're imagining it, but not until you see it in the 3D do you say that this is real. Not until you actually see the manifestation of the baby or the car or the wedding ring or do you say, okay, like this is real. Why is it real? Okay, it's real because I can see it. It's real because I can taste, touch, hear, see, feel. I could see it. So it starts in your mind. Like everything starts from your mind. You know, the power of the subconscious mind. Everything starts from your mind. So how can you not prove right now that this is an all consciousness and that this is all made up? Like the reality you're living is just a fragment of your is literally your imagination. Like people say, how do you know that you're not dreaming? You're not dreaming of your life right now. You don't know. You don't know if you're in a simulation or something, or in a dream or a machine. Like you don't even know. But you believe that because you believe, because you think, because you believe what you've created, it comes into manifestation. Right? Because you have there's so much creative juice and power behind that thought that propels it into the 3D. Is why it comes into being. So if you're trying to bring some kind of manifestation into the 3D and you don't see it, then you think, okay, it's not real. That's what's happening to me. Behind the scenes, in the 5D, in a dream state, I could see that. I could feel that. But in the 3D, it's not come into being yet. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying exactly what I'm saying. Do you understand? Like, this guy is driving reckless. This guy's in this truck and he's just going all over the place. Why are you coming so... Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you guys see that? This person is in their truck just going all over like the parking lot like an idiot, like a maniac. Like, what the hell, bro? I should freaking sue him for scaring me like that. He's going around in all these cars like making like an S motion, like around like that, one of those like sweeper trucks or something. I don't know what you call it. Like, what a jackass. He went right up to my car with the light in my face, like he was gonna hit my car, and skirtled right around my car. Like what the hell, bro? So random. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of the spot because they're obviously cleaning up. They're gonna close the store soon. Just, this world's crazy. That's all I have to say. People are nuts. The world is nuts. You know, for all the people in life that really want answers like myself, I really think that you're gonna get the most answers when you die. You know, sadly, I don't feel like people who really want like these kind of answers, they're not gonna get it like in this life, at least not entirely. You know, when they're dead and they go wherever they go and they see whatever they see, is when I feel like they will know the truth. But until then, you're not gonna know why and how you got here, besides them telling you, oh, your parents made love and, you know, and hooked up, and that's why you're here. Like, that's not even a good enough reason either. Like, how did you pick your parents? How did you pick this vessel? Like, there's no explanation for any of this. Like, do you realize that there's no explanation for, no good enough explanation, I should say, for any of this. At least not to me, and for my standard of what I need to know in this life. Like, you know, would you pick the same vessel? Would you pick the same planet? Would you pick your parents? Would you have picked your own children? Like, there's nothing. There's no reason for it. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, and that's why a lot of times I don't believe in free will. I really don't even believe in that, to be honest with you, because it's not free will. You don't pick where you live. You don't pick where you've been born. You don't pick any of that. Like, at least not, you don't think you do in that kind of way. Like, you don't feel like you've picked everything out. Maybe you've picked your parents. Maybe you've picked your ethnicity. Maybe you've picked your culture. Maybe you picked, your talents and your skills, but you have not picked every single thing out about you. You've not picked your eyebrows. You've not picked your hair color. You've not picked your grandparent. Like, you've not picked any of that. Like, on the 3D, you don't feel like you've had full control. You have some control, but you don't have full control of what you are, what you're living. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I have all that control. I don't feel like that because if I had that full control, couldn't I just delete the connection right now? If I had so much power and so much control, couldn't I just get rid of it and snap my fingers and say, I don't want to be a twin flame. I don't want to have a twin flame with that title, whatever the hell they put on this connection. I don't want to have this connection, right? Snap my fingers and it's Thanos. Can't I just, I don't want this connection, snap my fingers. Like, that? If you make your own reality in that way, can't I just say, I don't want this, I don't want that, snap my fingers, boom, it's gone. Can't I do that? If I am this creator and all this crap? No, I can't do that. Why? Like, I can do that, right? So which one is it? Do I have free will or do I not have free will? You know, I think that we have maybe like 70 to 80% free will, but maybe actually that can't be real. That can't be true. People are driving so reckless tonight. Is there like a new moon or something? People are just driving really bad. What is going on right now? Like, yeah, man, that's just kind of how I think. Like, nothingness. This is all from nothing, and yet it's something, and yet we are stuck in this. Like, we're trapped in these bodies. Like, it makes no sense. Like, seriously, I've never felt that we've had complete free will. it's so sick and twisted. Like, even in churches, they'll say, oh, God gave everybody free will. Well, how? Like, no, that's not true. Like, it's not true. It's just simply not true. It's just not true. Like, what is luck? What is luck? Like, you don't create that. I mean, you can co-create to make luck. I mean, you could do things to make yourself more lucky, but ultimately, who makes that final dice call? Who makes that final call that says that you are lucky, that you are deserving of this win, that you are deserving of, like, who makes that call? Not you. You don't make any calls at all. It's not real. So I genuinely think that free will is an illusion a lot of the times. I've always felt that way, but I just try not to make a big deal about it, you know? And it's just my perception. Like, you don't have to get hung up on what I'm saying. If you disagree, like, if you disagree, you don't have to get hung up on what I'm saying, okay? Bro, these people cannot drive tonight. What is going on? Like, they're freaking reckless, bro. Is that a waning moon? The moon looks really small tonight, and it looks really close. I just passed it in the sky. It looks like it's like literally right there, like next to my head. It's like weird. I don't know what sign the moon is in, but this shit is weird. Because I do not talk like this with y'all. I do not go on camera and talk like this at all. So I know that something else is going on right now, because that was just brazy, bro. That was brazy, bro. Like, that was just not normal. It was just not normal. You know? Like, we really think we have all these answers and we don't. It's hilarious. Like they put us here, right? They put us here with no memory, with no information, right? So when we're here, when we're down here, we gotta figure everything out by ourselves. We gotta try to figure everything out by ourselves, like a video game. Like, that's pretty messed up if you ask me. It's pretty messed up. So every time you come back here, you're here, you feel like you're having to relearn stuff. You're having to question everything. That's a pain in the ass. Like, why? Just give us the information, you know? Just tell us the truth. I feel like a fish today. The amount of things I've had to drink today, because it's so ridiculous. I think I bought like 3-4 drinks today, just like water, Diet Coke, like this, that. Like, yeah, man. I know what I'm saying. Like, I know exactly why. I know, because these are things that these are thoughts, and this is, especially since I've met my twin, that I've always come across, and it's like I'm accumulating information. It feels like I'm literally collecting information right now, and it's just spitting out in this video. Like, that's how I feel right now, you know? And I'm not saying it's wrong or right, it's just strange. Like, it's just strange that I feel the need to say this. So there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason, I'm telling you. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying that we have no free will, we have no control, but like right now in my 3D body, I clearly may not want this connection, but yet get out of it. So then what does that mean? Like, I don't have free will to alt, control, delete this person out of my life. No matter how hard I try, no matter who I'm with, this damn person doesn't leave me alone. Not even energetically. So who's controlling that? Right? I swear to God, this other guy next to my car was getting gas and he was wearing shorts, right? And a top. And this guy that pulled up looked exactly like him in a totally different car. I swear my life. The simulation, at least that's what I think I saw. Okay, I shouldn't say swear my life. I shouldn't say that. But I'm just going to say, I swear the guy that just left, this guy just pulled up. It's like the same energy. Like the shorts, khaki shorts, the top with the facial hair. All these guys here have facial hair. Like it's weird. Like the simulation be glitching, bro. That's all I have to say. Anyway, you know, maybe there is no choice, you know. Maybe that's where I'm stumped, you know. Maybe that's why I'm having such a hard time, is that I feel like I have no choice. I feel like I have no choice. I'm you know, maybe that's the harsh reality, and that's why I'm having such a hard time, is because I don't have a choice. And I want to have a choice and I have none. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a choice. I'm not dead. He's not dead. So he's here, right? Like, he's alive. So how do I get rid of him? I don't. Like, I'm thirsty again. I gotta get another drink, y'all. I'm so thirsty. I can't do this right now. I'm thirsty, man. I'm thirsty bad. I'm thirsty bad right now. Like, it has to be at least 100 degrees. Like, I think yesterday was 105. Something like that. It was ridiculous. It's like and then the thing called heat wave was trending. Man, it's just crazy, bro. So this thing called so-called God. So is this what God does? God puts people together, and then, like, they don't have a choice. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I have a choice in this, and that's not cool. Like, I should have a choice, you know? Without consequences is what I'm saying. Without feeling bad, or without having things happen because I'm not with that person. Like, it's not okay with me. Like, it's not my fault he can't get his act together. Like, what the hell? You know? It's not my fault that he can't get his shit together. Like, what the hell? It's ridiculous. Like, why should I be punished for his ignorance? Like, yeah, I don't know. This video was deep, y'all. But honestly, this is how I kind of feel, like, on a daily. Since I've met him, this is how I feel on a daily. And I know that this is not the typical thing. This is not normal. I know that. And that's why I'm just questioning almost everything right now, except my career, except how I look. Everything else, besides my parents, my family, I'm just kind of like, what the F is going on here? Like, what is this? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. I genuinely don't get it. Like, and then my mind, my logic mind says, oh, you don't have to understand. Like that, you know, then you hear yourself say, you don't have to understand. But no, I do though. No, I do have to understand so I can do something about it. That's why I need to understand it so I can do something about it. If I don't understand it, I can't do anything about it. So thank y'all for watching.